Rappers are charismatic, original, and open about their issues and traumatic pasts. They are cool, but what is not cool is going to prison or getting charged with felonies. In today's top 10 list, we'll be looking at rappers who have fallen from grace, finding themselves in prison for mixing with the wrong crowds. Starting with number 10, Foxy Brown. Rapper Foxy Brown is best known for her hip-hop album 3 Na Na. After signing with Def Jam in 1996, this album received platinum status, selling over 3 million copies. So what exactly went wrong for Foxy? In 2004, her life fell apart. Let's just say she was a little bit violent and got herself arrested for fighting with 2 manicurists in New York. Guess she didn't like her manicure. In 2007, Melissa Jackson, a New York criminal court judge, sentenced Foxy to 1 year in jail for violating her probation. If you think it ends there, think again. Foxy didn't like it in prison, so she decided to beat up a cellmate. She then found herself in solitary confinement for 76 days. Literally, right after her release, she verbally abused everyone in sight. In 2008, she was in trouble again for criminal contempt, which is a Class E felony. Her neighbor Arlene Raymond accused Foxy of swearing at her, mooning her, and throwing a BlackBerry at her. Yikes! Get some anger management classes, girl. Do you get why she's unpopular now? Next, at number 9, Tupac Shakur. Everyone knows Tupac Shakur by the name Tupac, notorious for gangsta rap in the 90s. His most popular album of all time is Me Against the World. Unfortunately, Tupac had a lot of demons that caught up with him. He had gone to prison for 18 months for sexual assault. Then in 1995, Tupac received another prison sentence of 120 days for not fulfilling his community service. Sadly, in 1996, this rapper died in Las Vegas after a drive-by shooting. It's really tragic what happened to this talented rapper, don't you think? Number 8, Eve. This rapper, singer, and actress released her phenomenal debut album, Let There Be Eve, Rough Riders First Lady. This album had reached number 1 on the Billboard 200. Eve is the 3rd female rapper to do so. Her other successful albums include Evolution, Scorpion, and Lip Lock. Her best singles are Gangsta Lovin', featuring Alicia Keys, Let Me Blow Ya Mind, featuring Gwen Stefani, Satisfaction, Like This, What You Want, and Love Is Blind, featuring Faith Evans. Eve was on top for years until one embarrassing moment scarred her career. In 2007, she got arrested for a DUI. Eve was given an alcohol detecting ankle bracelet for 45 days and 10 AA meetings instead of going to jail. For an alcoholic like her, this one must really sting. Number 7, YNW Melly. Rapper YNW Melly's real name is Jamel Maurice Demons. His best songs are Mixed Personalities, featuring Kanye West, Murder on My Mind, and Suicidal, featuring Juice WRLD. His career peaked when he reached number 8 on the Billboard 200. In 2015, he was accused of 3 counts of aggravated assault while carrying a deadly weapon. He fired 3 shots aiming at 3 people near Vero Beach High School. Demons spent 1 year in prison for this. This 22-year-old struggled with his life as a celebrity. In 2019, he was arrested and charged with first-degree murder for 2 incidents. YNW Melly pleaded not guilty, but his trial is still ongoing. He faces 2 options, life imprisonment or the death penalty. Let's wait and see what happens to him. What do you guys predict? Number 6, Fat Joe. Fat Joe is a rapper from the Bronx. He is notorious for being a member of the hip-hop group Diggin' in the Crates crew, DITC. His next step was his solo career and setting up his own label, Terror Squad. Even though his music career has hit it off, Fat Joe has run into some trouble in 1998. He got himself and Big Pun arrested for assault charges. He was accused of taking a baseball bat, hitting a man, and stealing his gold chain. In 2002, Joe got arrested again for another fight, this time with a man at B.B. King's Blues Club in Times Square. In 2003, the charges were dropped. It gets worse for this rapper. He witnessed 2 murders. Joe's bodyguard, Jose Mulero, shot a 16-year-old boy at Bronx nightclub. He was arrested, but Joe claimed that he had nothing to do with it. He only heard the gunshots. The police were convinced that Joe was more involved in the murders than everyone thinks. Joe also witnessed a double homicide outside of David's Cafe 2 in South Beach, Miami on Memorial Day. Jermaine Wu-Fang Chamberlain was accused of killing Leslie Paz and Joey Navarro. The Miami Beach police have confirmed that Fat Joe was a witness of the crimes committed. Joe happens to find himself in the same car as the 2 victims. Seems a little odd that he keeps witnessing these murders, doesn't it? Or maybe he just makes the wrong type of friends. In 2012, Fat Joe was found guilty for tax evasion. He has not paid his income tax of $3 million from 2007 to 2010. In 2013, he received a prison sentence of 4 months. He was in prison from August 26, 2013 to November 28, 2013. Learn a lesson here, guys. Pay your taxes. Don't follow in Fat Joe's footsteps. He isn't the best role model. Number 5, Nelly. In 1993, Nelly started his career in the Midwest hip-hop group Saint Lunatics. Then in 1999, he signed with Universal Records. His solo career kicked off in 2000 with his first album, Country Grammar. His feature track of this album is Ride With Me. He was on top of the world with his rap songs. Then he ran into legal issues just like every other rapper out there. His first conviction is drug-related. In 2015, the Tennessee High Highway Patrol caught him using marijuana illegally. Nelly got arrested and thrown into Putnam County Jail. He was sentenced to 1 year of probation. In 2016, Nelly was accused of a $2.4 million tax lien because of not paying his taxes to the IRS. Now for Nelly's worst offense. He was accused of rape. In 2017, Nelly was arrested in Auburn, Washington, outside of Seattle for second-degree rape. A woman had come forward accusing Nelly of inviting her onto his tour bus and raping her. Nelly was again arrested but denied this allegations. The charges against him were dropped. In 2018, Nelly was accused of another rape offense after a gig at Cliff's Pavilion. The police haven't come to any conclusions yet. Number 4. R. Kelly. R. Kelly is a 3-time Grammy Award winner and R&B and hip-hop singer credited for his songs Bump and Grind, I Believe I Can Fly, If I Could Turn Back the Hands of Time, Your Body's Callin', The World's Greatest, and Gotham City. Here is a list of his crimes to date. Brace yourselves. In 1994, 27-year-old Kelly is charged with illegally marrying 15-year-old singer Aaliyah. His crimes with his relationships with minors continue all the way till 2018. R. Kelly is still waiting in jail, awaiting trial. 54-year-old R. Kelly has been in the rap business for decades. Everyone who is anyone knows his name. From having a name that is glorified to a name stained in scandal, Kelly is no longer the legend he used to be. Number 3. Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg is one of those favorites in the rap industry. He's been around for decades and we never get tired of him. His fame started in 1992 with his debut single Deep Cover. In total, Snoop Dogg has sold over 23 million albums in the US and 35 million albums worldwide. Snoop Dogg, however, does run into some trouble from time to time. As a teen in 1989, he got arrested for possession and selling cocaine, finding himself in and out of prison. In 1993, Snoop Dogg is arrested for being an accomplice in the murder of a member of a rival gang. Snoop Dogg's bodyguard kills the man, but Snoop Dogg is the one driving the car from which the gun has been fired. Little suspicious, isn't it? His other crimes include owning a non-licensed firearm, ongoing drug demeanors, and vandalism. Snoop Dogg remains close to his gang members who don't take nonsense from anyone, even if it means killing their competition and serving life sentences. Number 2. Vanilla Ice. Vanilla Ice released his first album, Hooked, in 1989 on Ichiban Records. He then signed with SPK Records, releasing a reformatted version of Hooked under the new title, To the Extreme. It became the fastest-selling hip-hop album of all time. Vanilla's infamous song, Ice Ice Baby, is on it. His first crime was illegal drag racing in 1988. Then in 1990, he was accused of copyright infringement for using samples from Queen and David Bowie's Under Pressure. You have to admit that Ice Ice Baby sounds very similar to Under Pressure, doesn't it? His other misconducts are firearm charges, domestic violence, driving with an expired license, speeding, battery, burglary, and grand theft for stealing a pool heater, furniture, and bicycles from a Florida home. Vanilla Ice is no longer a rapper. He's working for Capital Lighting in Florida, selling chandeliers and wall sconces under the name Vanilla Ice Lighting. Hate to break it to you, Vanilla, but those lights won't light up your rap career. It's over. Number 1. 6ix9ine. Tekashi 6ix9ine became famous in 2020 for his song and music video called Gooba. Gooba has broken records, including the record for being the biggest 24-hour debut for hip-hop video in YouTube history. Right before his fame, 6ix9ine served 2 years in prison. Not exactly the best behaved. 6ix9ine has some shocking criminal charges against him. Since 2015, he has been accused of selling drugs, sexual misdemeanors, assault, robbery, and kidnapping. These crimes are not something that anyone would welcome on their CV, resume, or conscience. That's it for today. Thanks for watching our video.